Sugaring Time by Justina Burke. You probably like to eat maple syrup on your pancakes and waffles, right? But did you know that real maple syrup comes from a tree? It is true. Maple syrup is made from the sap of sugar maple trees. Sap is made of water, sugar, and minerals. A tree needs sap to make leaves in the spring and to stay healthy year round. When the weather is cold, sap is stored in the tree's roots. But when the weather starts to warm up, sap begins to move up and down the tree. This usually happens in March, when spring weather begins. On warm spring days, sap flows to the branches where it makes leaves bud. On cool spring nights, sap goes back down to the roots. When the sap is flowing up and down in the tree for many days in a row, syrup makers start collecting it. Sugaring season has begun. Tapping the trees. Sap flows inside the tree. Syrup makers drill small holes in the tree to collect the sap. They call this tapping the tree. After syrup makers tap the tree, they put a spout into each hole. Some syrup makers hang buckets beneath the spouts to collect the sap. When the buckets are full, they empty the sap into a gathering tank, which is taken into the sugar house. Other syrup makers use plastic tubing to collect the sap. The tubing connects the spout and sap flows through the tubing into storage tanks near the sugar house. In the sugar house, sap is mostly water. To make maple syrup, the water must be removed. This is done inside the sugar house. Sap is poured into large pans, then it is boiled. Boiling takes out the water or makes it evaporate. Pure maple syrup is left behind. Filtering. Before the syrup can be bottled, it must be filtered to remove the sugar sand. This is a gritty substance made of minerals from the maple tree. Color grading. After the syrup is filtered, it is graded by color. Grade A, light amber, fancy. Grade A, medium amber. Grade A, dark amber. Grade B, darkest of all. The best syrup to buy is the one you like the most. The darker the color, the stronger the flavor. Bottling it up. Now it is time to put the syrup into bottles. These bottles of maple syrup will be sent to grocery stores all around the world. Time to rest. When the days and nights stay warm, the leaves start to bud. When this happens, the sap is not as sweet, and that means the maple syrup will not be as sweet either. So syrup makers stop collecting sap. Sugaring season is over until next year. Select the two sentences from the passage that best describe what the first illustration helps readers understand. A. How sap moves through the trees when the weather is cold. B. Where the sap goes when the weather is warm. C. How the sap moves through the trees during warm days. D. Why sap moves up and down the trees from the branches to roots. E. How sap moves through the tree during cool nights. Number 7. According to the filtering section, why do syrup makers remove minerals from maple syrup? A. Minerals make the syrup grainy. B. Minerals change the syrup's taste. C. Minerals change the syrup's color. D. Minerals stop the syrup from flowing. Number 8. Which of the following is not part of sap? A. Water. B. Sugar. C. Minerals. D. Syrup. Number 9. What is the main idea of this article? Use two details in your answer. Number 10. Select two steps that sugar makers must do in order to produce maple syrup. A. Buckets are used to collect the sap. B. Water is removed from the sap by boiling it. C. Minerals are filtered out of the syrup. D. The syrup is graded by color. E. The syrup is bottled. F. Bottles of syrup are sent to grocery stores.